Normalisation, les ministres israéliens de l'économie et de la défense attendus au Maroc.
Après la visite à Rabat du chef de la diplomatie israélienne, Yair Lapid, le Maroc se prépare à recevoir les ministres israéliens de l'économie et de la défense. À l'initiative des États-Unis, le ministre des Affaires étrangères, Nasser Bourita, a pris part à une réunion virtuelle pour célébrer le premier anniversaire des accords d'Abraham. Dans son intervention, Nasser Bourita s'est félicité du rétablissement des relations entre le Maroc et Israël, le 10 décembre 2020, qu'il a qualifié d'événement historique. Le chef de la diplomatie a remercié Washington pour son rôle central et garant du processus de la normalisation. Une manière subtile de rappeler à l'administration Biden son engagement pris dans l'accord signé le 22 décembre à Rabat devant le roi Mohammed VI entre les représentants des trois pays, liant la reprise des relations entre le Royaume et Israël à la reconnaissance par les États-Unis de la marocanité du Sahara. Bourita a enchaîné ensuite en se félicitant des actions prises entre Rabat et Tel Aviv durant ces 9 mois de normalisation, citant particulièrement l'établissement d'une plateforme de dialogue et de coopération, avec des groupes de travail en vue de se rencontrer, discuter et travailler ensemble, des réunions entre les ministres des deux parties, conclues par la signature de 20 accords, et l'ouverture de missions diplomatiques. Les ministres israéliens de l'économie et de la défense bientôt au Maroc. Le ministre des Affaires étrangères a rappelé le déplacement effectué, en août à Rabat et Casablanca, par son homologue israélien, Yair Lapid. Un événement qui sera suivi par d'autres. Nous nous attendons à d'autres importantes visites, y compris celles des ministres de l'économie et de la défense israéliens au Royaume. Des propos confirmant les informations sur un éventuel établissement de liens de coopération dans le domaine militaire et l'industrie d'armement entre Rabat et Tel Aviv. Ce volet des relations maroco-israéliennes a été scellé, en juillet dernier à Rabat, par la conclusion d'un accord en matière de cybersécurité. La cérémonie de signature a connu la présence de Yigal Luna, le directeur général de la cyberdirection israélienne, de son homologue marocain le général El Mostafa Rabi, et du ministre délégué chargé de l'administration de la défense nationale, Abdelatif Loudi. Un acte que Bourita n'a pas manqué de rappeler lors de son intervention. Durant ces 9 mois de normalisation, les armées marocaines et israéliennes ont déjà pris part à des exercices militaires conjoints. Le chef de la diplomatie a notamment cité leur participation, sur invitation des États-Unis, aux manœuvres navales Sea Breeze 2021, organisées du 28 juin au 10 juillet, dans la zone ukrainienne de la mer Noire. Nasser Bourita a déploré, très brièvement, que cette proximité entre le Maroc et Israël soit instrumentalisée par un voisin pour rompre ses relations avec Rabat.
Our friend from Morocco is next up.
Thank you. Mr. Secretary of State, Your Highness, dear colleagues and friends. Allow me first of all to commend you, dear Tony, for this opportunity to renew together our commitment for peace. The normalization of relations with Israel is indeed a historic event that is worth commemorating. It fostered new hope and paved the way for an unprecedented momentum. Although Morocco's relationship with Israel preceded the Abraham Accords by few decades, we do recognize and subscribe to the significant impetus generated by the resumption and revival of relations. As you all know, in our case, it is the US-Morocco-Israel agreement signed last December under the auspices of His Majesty King Mohammed VI that is the bedrock for the renewed relationship. For His Majesty, this signing reflects the profound links between the kings of Morocco and the large Moroccan Jewish community. At the same time, it ties in with the spirit and the dynamic generated by the Abraham Accords. I would like to take this opportunity to reiterate Morocco's sincere appreciation for the pivotal role of the United States as sponsor and guarantor to this process. Colleagues and friends, Winston Churchill was right when he said that peace will not be preserved by pious sentiments. Yes, the normalization accords are the result of goodwill, lots of it. But more than anything, we see action. Since the signing of the trilateral agreement, and following the high instructions of His Majesty, many bilateral actions have been undertaken. Let me name a few. We have established a platform of bilateral dialogue and cooperation around 5 main sectorial working groups. Our government officials talk, meet, and work together. Around a dozen ministers initiated direct contacts, laying the ground for the signing of more than 20 agreements. Diplomatic missions have been opened and are operational. We have established, and I welcomed myself, my friend Yair last month, and we look forward to other important visits, including of ministers of economy and defense. Channels have been opened between the business communities through the establishment of the Moroccan-Israeli Business Council and the Morocco-Israel Chamber of Industry. We are happy to note that exchanges grew 50% just in the first 6 months of 2021. 20 flights operating under 2 airlines companies already established their rotation, and 1 million Israeli tourists are expected per year to visit Morocco. Partnerships in sensitive sectors have been launched, including in cybersecurity and interoperability of forces through joint military special forces exercises like the HD Annual 21, to which Morocco participated. Colleagues and friends, the challenge of reconnecting was a great one, but it is now behind us. The challenges of preserving, improving, and giving sense to the normalization are still ahead of us. I see 4 elements or areas in this regard. First, the impact of the normalization process is meant to be felt in generations to come. We must actively and constantly demonstrate benefits on regional peace and security, on people-to-people relations, on business opportunities. These are the best arguments for other countries to follow suit. Second, relaunching the peace process is fundamental. Morocco believes that there is no other alternative to a 2-state solution with an independent Palestinian state within borders of June 1967. Besides, and for His Majesty King Mohammed VI, Chairman of Al-Quds Committee, the status of Jerusalem has to be preserved as a common heritage of humanity, as a symbol of peaceful coexistence of the followers of the 3 monotheistic religions. Morocco has always played a significant, still discreet role in facilitating peace in the past and is ready to pursue this role today. Third, the normalization did not generate only sympathy, it generated animosity as well. Such animosity must be dealt with vigilance and solidarity. For example, and unfortunately, one neighboring country decided to sever its relations with Morocco, pretexting, among other things, the reestablishment of relations with Israel. Fourth, there is a need for a new regional order, where Israel is a stakeholder and no longer an outsider in its own region. This new regional order should not be perceived as against someone, but rather to benefit us all. Also, this new regional order should be based on an updated joint assessment of threats, but also on how to generate opportunities that favor stability and development for all. Colleagues and friends, today we are showing to the whole region and the world that brave actions must be taken by all of us in order to push the envelope a bit further for greater good. Again, thank you, my friend Tony, for convening this important meeting, and stay assured of Morocco's unwavering and continuous commitment to doing what it takes to contribute genuinely to regional peace and stability. I thank you.
Nasser, thank you so much. And now the floor is yours, Yair.
Yes. There's only one correction I want to make to my friend Nasser Bourita. This is not colleagues and friends, it's friends and colleagues. Friends foremost. As the secretary has mentioned, today, September 17th, is the 42nd anniversary of the signing on the White House lawn of the